Welcome, dear listener, to Folktales by Firelight, where the stars blink like stories waiting to be told, and the wind still whispers the wisdom of old. Tonight, we travel to the banks of the great Zambezi River, to a time when elephants were not as you know them now. Back then, their trunks were short, stubby things, no longer than a buffalo's horn. But one curious young elephant was about to change that forever. The young elephant who asked too many questions. Long ago, in the heart of Africa, there lived a young elephant calf named Tembo. Tembo was clever, playful, and terribly curious. From the moment he woke, he asked questions. Not one or two, not 10 or 20, but questions upon questions, until the grown-ups sighed and hid behind bushes just to get some peace. Why do birds fly and not walk? Why does the sun always rise from that hill? Why do crocodiles smile like that? Enough, the elder elephants would groan. You'll get yourself in trouble with all those questions. But Tembo couldn't help it. The world was too strange, too big, too full of mysteries. One evening, while drinking at the river, Tembo saw something terrifying. A crocodile, eyes half submerged, smile wide, glided through the water without a sound. Tembo froze. Then he whispered, "Why do crocodiles grin so much? Is it happiness or hunger?" No one answered, so Tembo decided, I will ask the crocodile himself. The journey to the river's edge. Before dawn, Tembo crept through the sleeping grasslands. He tiptoed past giraffes, sidestepped a grumbling hippo, and followed the moonlight to the deeper, quieter part of the river. There in the reeds, something moved. A long tail, yellow eyes, rippling jaws. Tembo called out, "Excuse me, crocodile. May I ask you a question?" A slow hiss came from the water. "Ask, little nose on feet." Tembo stepped forward. "Why do you smile all the time?" The crocodile blinked once. Then he grinned wider. "Come closer, and I'll whisper it to you." Tembo hesitated. But oh, curiosity. That tricky tug. He leaned closer and closer. Snap! The crocodile clamped his jaws around Tembo's stubby nose. Tembo screamed. He pulled back, but the crocodile held tight. "Help! Someone help!" Tembo cried. And from the bushes, someone came running. It was Noko the monkey, swinging from branch to branch with a shriek. "Tembo, what have you gotten into now?" Tembo's eyes were wide. "He won't let go." The crocodile growled, "I'm only answering his question." But Noko was clever. He grabbed a long vine from the fig tree, tied one end to Tembo's waist, and the other to a sturdy rock. "Pull, Tembo, pull." Tembo dug in his feet, and with a mighty yank, pop! The crocodile flew backward into the river, with a splash and a scowl. The new nose. Tembo tumbled back onto the shore. He blinked. He gasped. His nose had grown long, longer than any trunk had ever been. It stretched, twisted, curled, and flopped. Tembo stared at it. "Oh no," he groaned. "What will the others say?" But then, he noticed something. He could scoop water from the river and spray it on his back. He could pluck fruit from the trees without moving his feet. He could trumpet louder than a lion's roar. He giggled. "I like this." Back to the herd. When Tembo returned to the herd, everyone gasped. What happened to your nose? Tembo told them the whole story. The crocodile, the monkey, the snap, the vine, the poppy. The elephants murmured. They frowned. Then, they tried using their own short trunks to do what Tembo could. They couldn't reach the high mango. They couldn't splash their backs. They couldn't trumpet with the same flourish. And so, one by one, they went to the crocodile. Each elephant calf, one at a time, approached the river. And every time, snap! The crocodile pulled, the vines yanked, and pop! A new long trunk was born. Eventually, even the elder elephants gave in. And soon, the land was full of trumpeting giants, with trunks long and mighty. And that, dear listener, is why elephants have long trunks. Not for fashion, not for vanity, but because one curious little calf refused to stop asking questions. So the next time you hear someone ask why, don't shush them. They might be about to discover something big, something bold, or something beautiful. You've been listening to Folktales by Firelight, where wisdom hides in curiosity and courage grows from one small question. Until next time, stay curious, stay listening, and let the stories find you.